another microphone, I'd have to pay for it.
All right, and we are live. Welcome, everyone. I'm Nicole Christofferson, and I will be working on some outlines for NaNoRemo tonight. Let's go around the circle and introduce each other or ourselves. I fudged that up royally. Let's start with Alex. Introduce yourself, please.
Yeah, hey, I'm Alex. I'm just working on my latest novel. Just editing and stuff. It's pretty close to being done, so I hope to be finishing that up in the next month.
Nice. I look forward to reading it. All right, next we have Allison Mendonça. I still don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm so sorry. He is going to remain silent. He is one of our lurkers, I guess you could say. And then we have the lovely Bree.
Hi. Am I supposed to talk now?
Yes.
Oh. Hi, my name is Brianna. A lot of people call me Boo Boo. And I'm in the endless pit of editing. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much sums up my feelings.
All right, and then we've got Rex over here.
Hello, I'm Strategicus Rex in the Discord chat of Writing Warriors. And I just write fan fiction for the Elder Scrolls series in my spare time, working on a story right now. And we'll see where it goes tonight.
All right. I know we're all looking forward to the first sprint. We're going to go for 15 minutes from the 5 after. So in 3 minutes, we're going to start sprinting for 15 minutes and come back at the 20 after. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Right on.
All right.
Honestly,
in the meantime,
I can screen share you guys a pretty picture if you want something other than just a black screen.
We get this pretty picture of a dragon.
Oh, huh. Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you guys see, honestly. I just can see from, like, my own end.
We just see a little black dragon in a square.
ooh. Doggo's not happy about something.
That would be Servalos. He's had a hell of a day at work, so he's venting at the moment.
Ooh.
Yeah. I should probably let him know that he's yelling loud enough I can hear it downstairs. But, oh well. He'll be okay. All right, so we've got 1 minute until the sprint. Does anybody want to share a spooky story?
I worked at a haunted Dunkin' Donuts.
A haunted Dunkin' Donuts.
Like, hella haunted. Which is weird because it was just built, like, the year that I started working there.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if we have enough
How
time
did you
for
know
all
it
the
was...
stories. Oh, because I saw
Okay,
it.
all right. You saw
like,
it.
literally,
Ah!
It was like, because people have to go, like, there super early to, like, frost donuts and make coffee and stuff, like, before they open. So they're at, like, 2 a.m. And this person was so desensitized, like, the person who's training me to it. Like, there was a noise. I was like, what's that? They're like, oh, that's just, like, Gertie. I was like, excuse me? They're like, the ghost. Like, it was common knowledge that there was a ghost here.
That's great.
I was like,
okay, we are going to go ahead and sprint now. Go ahead and mute your mics, and we will meet you back here after the 20.
Bless you.
Good evening, Servolos.
So I wasn't here when the sprint was when the sprint started. When was it supposed to end?
20 after.
Oh, crap, I can't hear anything now. All right, say again.
20 after. Ow, my coffee's hot.
Okay.
Sprint is over, guys. Hi.
Hello.
All right, I'm back.
Hello.
Oh, we got an echo.
Yeah, it's not on my end.
Are you hearing it?
Yeah, I heard it, but I don't think it's. I was just saying because like I have headphones. I don't think it's coming from my end.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, it seems to have gone away, so we're good. In the meantime, Ken, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself for the viewers?
Yeah, because I don't have multiple personalities. I'm Ken, and this is Ken's Cold. I'm currently working on Templar Resonance, and that's about it.
All right. So before the sprint, we were hearing about a haunted donut shop.
Oh, yeah. Oh, jeez. Yeah, this because I worked there for like a week before I was like, nope, transfer me. I'll tell like the time that I actually saw the person. It's about 2:30 a.m. At this point, I'm just like thinking that the other person I'm with is just messing with me, and like they're just trying to spook me out. And so I hear a little like tapping noise through a window. I was like, oh, it must be a tree or something. And so I go to like go investigate it, and the person grabs me. They're like, don't go over there. Like, why? Is it just some like drunk or something? And they're like, no, like it's going to get you. And I was like, it? They're like, yeah, like Gertie. Like, okay. And so I go, and there's this like straight up from like the 1920s or something like that. This like lady is all pale, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna nope, and like didn't go over there like after I saw her in the window. Yeah, and they're like, yeah, she goes over and acts like she needs help, and like has you open up the little drive-through window, and then they just nab you and drag you into the woods.
Lucy. That's terrifying.
And
What? What the heck did I miss?
Sorry, I'm pouring myself a cup of water.
What the heck did I miss?
I worked at a haunted Dunkin' Donut.
We're making it spooky because it's the weekend before Halloween. So we're telling spooky stories.
Halloween. Oh boy. I have no costume because I spent my money on Destiny 2 instead of buying an actual costume.
Make a costume. All you need is
You
a
know
sheet
what
and
I'm going to
scissors.
dress up as? I'm dressing up as a guy who knows what he's doing.
I should just take all of the packs of ramen that I have and just tape them all over myself. Close enough.
There you go, your giant package of ramen.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll work.
March-Hand ramen for the win.
Now I want ramen, and I can't have any.
There are chicken tenders upstairs. I heard you blew it today.
I did. I am at 2,062 calories of 1,600 that I am supposed to have.
I bet it was worth it though.
That was worth it. It was great.
Yeah, for me the problem is
But yeah.
over budgeting on food. I went and spent like $40 on food this weekend, and I'm poor, so I really shouldn't do that.
$40 is not a lot. Holy cow.
Well, I mean, like, because I also have like meal swipes too, so it's like, well, I really shouldn't be spending that much on food. Like, considering I got like 2 meals worth of food for that. So I mean, like, yeah, $20 a meal is not a great.
Okay.
It's not great, but then again, I was also eating with like somebody else, so it ends up being like $10 a meal. So I mean, per person. But then again, like I gotta pay for everything, so it also comes out to like, you know, how much am I shelling out? It's beginning to hurt my wallet.
Gotcha.
But your wallet, huh?
Yeah. I mean, but really, like I'm like decent at managing my finances, so I'll be all right. It's just more like, and I mean, like I can do that, but it's more like, should I really? You know, I need to develop better spending habits and saving habits and all that kind of stuff.
Well, you're better
I'm playing
than
with my
most of my
camera.
friends when they were college age. When
It's
they were
true, yeah, I
college,
don't have
they would look at $40 spent on 2 meals and be like, meh, and yeah, just go to town, and then wonder why they maxed out a $5,000 credit card that someone in their wrong ass mind thought it was a good idea to give them.
Oh wow, yeah. Why would you? I would not. I don't even have. I have never taken
with
credit.
a $5,000 credit card. I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, like that's
Jesus.
ridiculous. I've never taken credit, never overdrawn a bank account, nothing of that. I should have like, you know, pretty. I guess like I don't know. I have no credit score because I don't take credit, but I mean, It's not. I mean, like I'm pretty decent with like making sure I never go into debt, but man, that's something though, right?
How the hell are you managing to do school and not go into debt?
Very carefully.
Well, also, okay, here's the thing. I have a scholarship that covers like a good cost of my education. And also I have parents too who are very generous and have funded the remaining portion of my education. Plus
Aw,
I have a
that's
but
nice
plus
of them.
yeah. The other reason is like cuz I also got like a good bit of I got hit by a car once. Now the guy
Oh.
drove away after it was done and then came back stupidly. So it counted as a hit and run for him, which means he lost his license, and also I made a shit ton of money off of his insurance. So that remaining
Holy
money
shit.
is basically what I'm sitting on right now and sort of living off of. But I'm trying to save that because after college, I know I'm going to need to support myself for a little bit, until I get a job. Or, because like my goal is to eventually get a job and then plop down and have a house, like I'm saving up for a down payment for a house. That's essentially it. Or a retirement or something. I don't know. That kind of money can go a long way.
Congratulations. I am incredibly jealous.
It's not okay. Well, would you get hit by a car in order to make 10 grand? It was not worth it at all.
Yes, I would.
No.
I tell you this, having been through it, it was not worth it.
Okay.
I mean, like seriously, the amount of work that it took to even get that out of the insurance company was not like it was not worth putting it in. The only reason we put it in was because otherwise we were going to walk away in debt from the hospital bill. So,
oh dear.
Basically would I walk away, I would essentially have been starting out, if I hadn't fought, I would have been starting out life about $5,000 in debt from the hospital bill from the first place. And that was after reductions too. The hospital originally wanted to bill me $20,000 for one night. So yeah,
Jesus.
you go figure. Like, it's not worth it at all. I just ended up on top because I sort of know what I'm doing.
Cool. Well, in 1 minute, we're going to do another sprint. This time we're going to do a 20-minute sprint. So we will come back at the 50 after. Does that sound good to everybody?
Yeah.
Oh,
Boo-boo, are you tired?
I am.
Do you wish to use my lap as a pillow?
How to respond to that?
I just brought up a Blink-182 song into my head.
Yes!
Okay, apparently we have 2 Blink-182 fans.
Dude, okay, so Mark Hoppus, who's in Blink-182, has been on the top list of my celebrity crushes since I was like...
Okay.
feel like I'm oversharing now.
How old
not
are
at all.
you? Because Blink-182 was out when I was in high school, and now I feel old.
Okay, it's time for the sprint.
Okay, let's start. I'm muting myself. Let's go.
Okay, and the sprint is over.
Ding.
I'm back.
Hi.
Oh, it's echoing again.
Okay. I'm popping out chat right now just to make sure we don't miss anything.
Now we can pop it out. Ah,
Ken found a little nugget in his book Schisms. Go ahead and dig that grave, Lone Wolf stated. Make sure there's room for two. I might be buried right along with you. That's a good one.
Yep.
Courtney got 229 words. Good job, Courtney.
yeah.
Yeah.
job.
Let's see how many I got. In that sprint, I got 330 somehow. I don't know. Well, I was on a roll there.
Yeah, good for you.
I've written like 500 this evening alone. For some reason, this is working well for me. That's
Sprints
usually as
usually
much as I
do.
write. Yeah, that's usually about as much as I write in a day. Just hopefully I can do this tomorrow and not burn myself out. I want to pump out another, 1,000, 2,000-ish words. Gotta finish this thing up.
Remind me, are you doing NaNoRimo?
Me, I'm not doing it I'm not doing the 50,000 words thing, but I do have. I'm taking Nano is in this book right here. I'm trying to finish it up, which is going to take me another 25 to 30,000 words to wrap up here. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have, but I mean, it's a final draft, so I do have my work cut out for me because after this I need a beta. I need to get the betas in, and then yada yada yada, and then wait for them to come back, and then edit everything again, which is going to be a pain in the bum. Yeah.
Makes
Though
sense.
at least this looks like the final draft. Like this draft is coming out cleanly. I think I finally got it down after 9 years working on the same damn book. It's coming out right for once.
Bravo. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Is anyone else participating in NaNoWriMo? Besides me, of course.
If I survive.
If you survive. Oh gosh. That sounds like a story there.
Nope.
Sadly, not.
Why not?
Okay.
Because I don't want to.
If you don't want a nano, there's no point. I've never done it before.
Were you flipping me off, Bree?
No, I was nose. Just nose goes. No? Okay. No, I wish I was doing Nano. Love Nano. I'm already stuck in hell with work. It's
Yeah.
one spoon for the last week and a half, so.
A spoon?
For those
Oh,
who don't
boy.
know what she's talking about, you can Google spoon theory, and it'll be the first thing that pops up, basically. It's a way of quantifying the energy issues when you have a chronic illness or mental illness holding you back.
Or when you have a job that sucks all of the energy out of you.
That too.
Yeah. Or I mean, I feel like everyone.
First week of Nano, like it does me.
All the above?
Yeah.
Yeah, it really applies to most people, actually. I mean, you look at me, and I'm incredibly fortunate that I still get tired out. I mean, I've lived my perfect life. Yeah, far from it. Yeah, we all have our own things. It's just suck the energy right on out of you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've been. This book is slowly burning me out, and I can tell that that, you know, at some point I'm just gonna have, like, I know at some point my writing is just gonna slow to a crawl, but like I feel like I have to finish this now. So I'm just like, you know, just go through it. This is it. Self-destruction, here we go.
Oh man, self-destruction is something I am intimately aware and comfortable with. I do on a regular basis.
My book is all about
self-destruction. We'll go back to my college days when I was going like 3 or 4 days without eating and going, why am I passing out randomly?
Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Yeah, my book is all about self-destruction too, so I mean it's kind of fitting, but you know. I guess this is it. Gonna burn myself out to finish this book. And it'll be worth it.
You got this.
I can do it. I know I can.
Oh.
It's just gonna be very tiring. It's a long journey.
I'm trying to talk Nico into joining the chat.
Excuse me, sorry.
No.
But he says he is 110% exhausted and also 200% very cold.
It is
Welcome to fall,
freezing.
kiddo.
It is. It suddenly got
You
cold,
live
and I
in New
don't
England,
understand
right?
why.
Okay, yeah, it happened to me too. It's gotten pretty cold here. I mean, like, I'm glad I have a computer that acts also as a little mini space heater, because otherwise I'd be freezing my ass off.
Fair.
Don't you love it when computers almost overheat and they're just the toastiest, warmest little things?
My old Toshiba computer, man.
No,
Oh yeah.
Across a banquet table.
I'm using parts that are technically like too warm. Their thermal output is too high for the heat sinks that I'm using due to like the mini form factor that I have. And so the end result, of course, is that this thing gets like pretty hot. It gets like pretty warm, really, really, really warm. And yeah, I don't have it on my lap, but it gets like really toasty. And you know, I have like 2 monitors too, so those also get toasty because they just do. You know, at 100% brightness, they get pretty warm. So I mean, like, I guess high-end hardware tends to output a lot of heat, and in the summer it's terrible, but in the winter it's like the best thing ever because I don't even need a heater. Like this thing just, you know, outputs so much heat.
So
You're like, that's why my electric bill's so high. The TDP's through the roof on all my high-end junk.
Nah, I'm only drawing like what I think like 600 watts, which isn't that much for like an enthusiast system, which is pretty nice. Well, I mean, like that also doesn't include monitors, so I don't know. Probably around 600 total, I guess, because I'm sure I'm not using all of my TDP. Like I have a 450 watt power supply and 180 watt one. But yeah, I'm probably. Yeah, I'm not maxing those out though.
Sure, watts.
Yeah, watts.
Okay. So on a side note, I just
at least I
I
don't have to pay the electricity bill. That's all I'm glad at. Dorms are expensive, but you don't have to pay for utilities.
Nice. What? Who's got an alarm going off?
Me, and it decided to silence itself. Wonderful.
Smartphone.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just scared the living shit out of myself. I had a little hair fuzzy on the blanket that I'm wearing right now, and I
you
picked
thought
it
it was
off.
a spider.
Hold on, no. Yes, but no. So I picked it off and I flicked it away and I thought it was gone, but no, it was stuck on my fingernail. So when I went to go type on my computer, it skittered across the keyboard and it looked like a spider.
Oh yeah, I'm
It was awful.
guys, if I write one more page, I'll be at 300 pages on the same Word doc.
Bravo.
Oh my god, this is gonna be so satisfying when like the page flips. Oh, 300 pages. I'm looking forward to it.
I
Oh,
don't know how many pages
so
that.
satisfying. Are you using Word? You can just see it on the bottom left-hand corner. There's like a
I'm not.
word
I'm
count.
using Scrivener.
I'm using
Okay,
Google
yeah.
Docs. I might
Dude.
use Word.
Word is my just go-to word processor because it does everything, and I can also up
I
the
might use
DPI.
Word for NaNoWriMo, but at the moment I don't trust it to be mobile friendly.
It is mobile friendly. And you got a paid version of 365.
Yes,
Remember?
I know, but I haven't experimented with it.
Okay, well, I mean,
No.
for me, I don't really take my stuff with me unless, and if I need to use my computer, I just remote connect in from, somewhere on campus, I guess, or anywhere else. I can just remote into my computer. And so then I just use Word because for me, as long as you have the remote desktop software, you get like the full functionality of like this nice PC that I have, but you don't have to carry it around too, which is great because I just carry around an iPad Pro, except I get like essentially really good hardware on it, which means I'm able to conduct all sorts of research on it too.
Mhm.
It's great, the best thing ever. 10 out of 10 would recommend if you're able to if your computer is not portable.
Sure. I know at least one other person understood that in this chat.
Yes, I did.
I know
have
what he's
a very-
talking about. I'm just too lazy for that crap.
Yeah, it's just remote desktop software. It's called TeamViewer. You just put it in and then you type in and you just open it up on your computer, type a number into your phone, and then all of a sudden you're connected and you now are able to use your computer from your phone or your iPad or wherever.
Or
So-
it's even
Oh, I know
easier.
that
You go
software.
to mypc.com and pay for a one computer subscription to manage it all for you.
I just TeamViewer's free. So
Yeah. TViewer's free.
TeamViewer's
I turn
free and
on-
it's great, and I've never had an issue with it. I'm not switching.
I turn
Yeah.
on my computer,
Mhm.
open up the Word doc, and type words.
Yep.
That's how you computer, right?
Yeah, that's basically,
Yeah?
I do that too whenever I'm sitting at home. Yeah, I invested in a nice mechanical keyboard, so I like to type at home because it's the best feeling ever.
What one?
Oh, full Macs are the best.
Y'all are insane. I just have a little laptop that I use, and that laptop is it. It's
Oh, you have
basically a
RGB.
little
Okay, you got me
workhorse.
one up. Is that is that a K70, a Corsair K70 Lux?
No, it's a first player Fire Rose.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a K70 Lux with RGB. I was really impressed there for a little bit. I was like, oh man, what you got there? Yeah, I have a K70 Lux, but not with the RGB. It's a really nice keyboard.
Yeah, the first player Fire Rose has been compared against the Corsairs.
It looks exactly the same. I'm not gonna lie.
There are people at work who have Corsairs. It feels exactly the same. The only difference is it's got Otemu blue switches as opposed to
Cherry MX.
Cherry MX blues. Yeah.
Yeah, I just personally prefer Cherry, and I also don't use blue switches. I use reds. I just have a blue backlight instead of an RGB one. Otemu's all right
You
too.
guys, we're losing our audience. Y'all, okay, I
We
don't
went
understand
from
anything
writing
y'all have
back
been
to, like,
saying.
Yeah, we went from writing to keyboards and back and forth. Yeah, I'm a bit of a techie,
Okay,
and I tend to go on tangents about this kind of stuff.
Allison would like us to know that he is translating page 723 of 1118.
Holy
Wow.
crap!
Because he rewrote War and Peace. We're just kidding. That's an awesome word count.
Seriously, bravo, good sir.
1,118
Translation is hard.
in one thing. Holy crap! Yeah, I can't even get close to that.
It's a belt.
I can, but I have to combine 3 books to do that.
Yeah, no,
I
I
still
can't. I
don't
can't
even
do that.
know.
I just I tend to like rewrite the same thing over and over and over again until it's perfect. And so I've probably written like enough to cover that, but it's like all different drafts of the same shit, and I legitimately don't have the energy to write 1,118 words. I mean pages. Like, well, I don't even know what the word count on that must be. It must be, I don't know. Like I'm at like 300, and this is like 70. Like, it's probably around like 300 is probably around like 100K, assuming you're using full size word pages, double space times New Roman. So that's probably what, like 300,000 words at least right there. That's crazy. I can't. I don't even know what that's about.
On size 14 with Times New Roman on mine,
The
at 300
1,000.
pages, I'm at 150K.
Okay,
So-
the 1,118 are 2 books put together. 481,000 words.
Bravo.
That's still pretty
Damn,
impressive.
yeah, that's impressive. Yeah, at least that doesn't make me feel so bad now that I know that it's 2 books put together instead of just one.
Okay.
Just each of your books is still twice as long as one of mine. So
Bravo.
yeah, and
That's
I'm not
great.
even done.
Awesome.
Yeah, 100,000
Oh,
is
yeah.
still a struggle for me. Yeah.
So we're going to go for another 20-minute sprint at the 10 after, which means we'll be coming back at the 30 after. Does anybody want to take a small break before we do that?
I
Yeah.
have to use the bathroom, and I'll put some food on, I guess.
Okay. We'll take a We'll take a 5-minute bio break and just come back and go straight into the sprint, okay?
Okay.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Has the sprint started yet?
The sprint has started, yes. Okay, the sprint is over.
All right, I'm back.
So Boo Boo's computer decided to freeze on her, so she will be back as how to get it to function.
Okay. Well,
And ladies and gentlemen, that's why you do not buy Windows 10.
I have Windows 10.
Well, yeah, you're forced to anymore, but
Anyway, does anybody have another spooky story they want to share?
nope.
Nothing spooky has ever happened to you in your entire life?
Not that I can recall.
I might have one. I don't know. It's not that spooky though. Yeah. Okay. So basically, I was in this like birding camp when I was like younger. I was pretty young. I was like 11 or 12 at the time. I was walking around, you know, at night. We were in like we went out as like walking groups, and we were walking around in the evening because we were about to like, you know, hang wherever. It's like pretty late, you know, and we're walking around, and our guide told us that took us over to like this old Indian burial ground that's apparently on the property where we were. There's like this old Indian burial ground. So we went over there. We were just sort of walking around, and they were telling us like, you know, there's like, you know, that you know, in the mythology there's like, you know, spirits or something like that. And you know, we weren't really like, I also don't remember because this also happened a long time ago. I don't remember exactly what they were telling us, but it was pretty spooky. It was in the summer. So not like Halloween time, but it was still pretty spooky. And then on the way out, we saw like this red light, and everyone just immediately just screamed and started running the other direction. Like we don't like it was I know what it was. It was another group that we bumped into and talked to, but still it was pretty spooky just seeing like, because like we didn't know what it was and it was dark, so we had no clue. And there were like these bushes that were pretty high, you know, like maybe 10-15 feet high. Shrubs or bushes, I don't know, maybe they're trees at that point, but you know, these pretty high dense foliage. So we couldn't really see what it was, and it was just dark and not a fun time. Especially like we didn't see. We just sort of saw like this weird shadowy movement, and we were just like, "Holy shit! Just book it!" Like everyone,
just run.
Pretty funny. Yeah, just run.
Your group would survive a horror movie.
Yeah, I know. I'm not an idiot. We don't. If something looks off, man, I'm out of there.
I don't know. I was camping once, and a raccoon grabbed the back pole of my pup tent and started shaking it violently.
Ooh, no fun.
That sounds like it was terrifying for you.
Well, yeah, when you wake up and you're dead from a dead sleep to one half of your tent going, and you scream, and then you hear it's like,
yeah, I used to go backpacking a bunch. One time I woke up in the morning, I was with my Boy Scout troop, and we found evidence that bears had visited our campsite over the night.
Oh yeah, that's just fantastic.
But I mean, like, we slept through it because we slept through it, so it wasn't like scary or anything. I was just sort of like, well, I guess there were bears there, but like, holy, like, man, if a raccoon wakes me up, I'd probably punch the damn thing.
That's what I ended up doing, and it kind of just ran off. But it's like, my God, just being woken up by ah!
It probably didn't. I mean, if it makes you any more comforted, it probably didn't expect you to see you there either. I mean,
so like, what the hell is this thing?
Holy crap! It's alive.
There's something in there.
Holy crap! That thing's alive. Oh man, I better get my ass on out of here.
Yeah. Crap! It's violent. It fights back.
I feel like I walked in at an interesting time.
we're discussing creepy stories, but most of the people in the stream don't have creepy stories.
Well, because they make sense. Like
Like
Exactly.
I don't really have anything creepy because everything I have like makes sense. Or
yeah,
or
and
it's like
I have a creepy
stuff
story.
with a tent pole on my.
I have something I
bed
can't
when I was
explain. I have something I can't explain, but it's not creepy at all. If you want to
Okay.
hear that, okay. So you know those little bread tab things that you get like on if you go to the supermarket and you buy bread, there's like always like a little plastic tab on it, right? I
Yeah.
was just messing around in my laundry room at home, and I saw one of those, and I like threw it vertically, and somehow it landed vertically, and it bounced there for like a week. It didn't fall over. Like we just left it there in the corner of the laundry room. It was bounced vertically. It didn't fall over. I still can't explain that. Like it must have been like some sort of like by chance or something. It just sort of magically landed perfectly so that it did not fall over. Yeah. It was the equivalent of like throwing a coin and seeing it land on its side. It's crazy. I never thought I would ever see that,
crazy.
but I don't know where the picture is, but I took a picture of it. I still don't really have any explanation for it.
I don't know. The only creepy or whatever thing I can remember is one time at our old condo in Florida, I was outside in the courtyard and I heard this really loud voice yell "Help me" 2 times, but it was kind of like a angry, scared thing, like it's angry and scared at the same time. I heard it twice, and my dad was out doing something at that time. So I stood on the AC unit and peered over the fence, and I didn't see anybody. It sounded like it came from right outside the fence. And then later that night, my dad came back safe and sound, and nothing more ever came of it. So I don't know what that was about.
Oh, I do have a
That's
creepy
creepy.
explained one. It is another short little vignette too. This is when my mom and I lived in the Willows. Mom was reading a book and she was listening to the stereo on her headphones, just listening to a CD because she knows I hate listening to Christmas music because that's all she would do from the moment Thanksgiving was over to the moment Christmas was over. So she was listening to Christmas music on her headphones, and I was sitting there writing. There's not a sound at all in the apartment. And all of a sudden, you hear what sounds like someone dropping a vase and it shattering in the middle of a carpeted apartment. I heard it, and I look over at my mom, and she looks over at me, and she takes off her headphones, and she's like, "Did you throw something?" No. I didn't do that. What was it? I don't know. It sounded like it came from right in here. We had no clue what it was, but
Spooky.
Very spooky. I wonder, that doesn't even sound like it has a logical explanation. Like, you can't even blame that on wind coming through windows.
no. It was just straight up someone just like came over and went, drop right in the middle of the living room on the apartment. We're like, "Ugh."
So mine is a little weird. When I was 15, 16, something like that, I lived in a tiny little town called Fort Lupton. And in this town, it was me, my teenage brother, my little brother, my teenage brother's teenage girlfriend, and a couple of other friends. And we were all basically, my mom had started this cult.
Good
Your mom
start.
started a cult. That's the interesting one.
A little cult with children devoted to the idea that she was a high priestess and that we were learning magic, and it was great. And so we were all out in the middle of the park for some strange reason in the middle of the goddamn night. No idea why. All of a sudden, I am just absolutely terrified. Like, no reason whatsoever. No creepy sounds. There's no signs of people around other than us. There's no weird anything, nothing. I'm just creeped the fuck out, and I start like, we gotta go home. We gotta go home now. I'm terrified. We gotta go home. And everybody else is feeling the exact same thing, and they're all the same. And so we're this giant pack of teenage children running from the park for our dear lives from nothing. And my mom somehow convinces us that apparently we need an exorcism, and so that was a fun night.
Your mom was convinced you need an exorcism.
What?
Yep. Well, no, not me specifically, but like my little brother's girlfriend. She was convinced that she was possessed by something, and that was what caused us all to be afraid.
Okay.
All
I
right.
never said my mother
Yeah,
was
she was
sane.
possessed by puberty. My God.
It was great. It was the most terrifying thing I've ever experienced, except for the time that Ken and his wife scared the shit out of me.
Hey, that was you not paying attention and me standing right there in the middle of the thing going, I can't believe you walked into the kitchen and I'm standing right in the middle of the backyard. And then you walk out of the kitchen and right back to what you were doing. And I'm like, wow, she doesn't notice a damn thing. And I
So he
slide the door
opens the fucking patio door just a tiny goddamn bit. Just enough that it looks like it opened by itself.
Except I'm standing right there. She doesn't notice me. And then I
see
take
him
my
'cause
little
it's
Mountain Dew
dark.
bottle and I go, just open it up and you hear this little psst. And that's the only sound she hears. And she looks back. And I swear to God, she sees me. But she doesn't see anything.
I don't see anything. And so
And she walks back. She walks right up towards me and I go, boom.
and it scares the living shit out of me because I could not for the life of me see him. And it was an interesting experience.
Except I wasn't trying to hide.
That's the word you're looking for.
Except I wasn't trying to hide. I was standing right in front of the patio door. It's made of glass.
So yeah, that's my creepy story. All right, it is 10:34. I pretty much know what you guys are going to say if I say, do we want to call it here or do we want to keep going? So let's keep going. At the 35 after, we're going to go until the 0 after.
Okay.
It's going to be a long one.
It is long.
At that point, I will have to drop after that. Because I got work in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Or do we just want to call it here since Servalos needs to sleep, I need to sleep, Bree probably needs to sleep.
Do you
I'm
have
down for
work in the
whatever.
morning?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
No, I have the weekend off.
How'd you manage that?
By having a mental breakdown. Crying in the office for an hour.
Okay, let's go. Sprint time. Okay, the sprint is over.
All right, with that, I'm gonna bid everybody adieu.
Bye bye.
And I think I'm
See
going
you,
to do the
sir.
same.
What
'Cause
now?
it is late and I have trick-or-treating to do with kiddos tomorrow.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you have fun doing that.
Thank you. All right.
Later, you
Yeah,
guys.
Taco.
I can hang out for a bit more if anyone wants to do more sprints, but if I do them on my own, I'm fine with that too.